Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your AEW, NXT, WOW, MLW Fusion, AEW Dark, spoiler, NWA Power results, and Ring of Honor results. And links for this week of November 13th. Ring of Honor TV episode this week can be found at this link. And it updates for the 20-second period from the Glory by Honor. Video package shown highlighting Silas Young winning the Battle Royal at Glory by Honor to earn a shot at Rush's Ring of Honor World Championship after the usual Ring of Honor signature video package. Ian Riccaboni and Quinn McKay checked in on backstage. They talked about Alex Shelley coming out of retirement. Jonathan Gresham and Alex Shelley made their entrance. Alex Shelley versus Jonathan Gresham. They shook hands to start. They lock up. Gresham takes Shelley to the mat after an exchange of a wrist lock. Later in the match, Shelley hit a super inverted atomic drop on Gresham from off the turnbuckle. Shelley goes for a side spread. Gresham counters with a backside for a 2 count. Shelley hits a fisherman neck breaker on Gresham. Shelley super kick Gresham. Gresham goes for the octopus. Shelley blocks it and rolls Gresham up for the win. Gresham grabs a chair after the match. Jay Lethal comes to the ring. Lethal tells Gresham to calm down. Gresham eventually shakes the hand of Shelley. Ring of Honor TV champion Shane Taylor was shown backstage. Taylor talked about the phrase, greatest of all time, carrying a lot of weight, and if asked to 100 different people online, you would get 100 different answers. Taylor talked about having no interest in chasing social media legacy. Taylor calls himself the baddest champion you have ever seen. Ian Riccaboni and Quinn McKay checked in on backstage. They talked about the feud between Mark Haskins and Bully Ray. Video package shown highlighting the feud between Mark Haskins and Bully Ray. Highlights of this show: the PCO defeating Dalton Castle and Marty Scurll, defeating Jay Lethal to advance to the finals of the #1 contender tournament for final battle. Highlights of this show: the Rush defeating Matt Taven to win Ring of Honor World Championship at Death Before Dishonor. Lanny Poffo was on commentary with Colt Cabana and Ian Riccaboni. Silas Young and Ring of Honor champion Rush make their entrance. And you got the title match, Rush as champion versus Silas Young. Young and Rush exchange waist locks. Rush hits the ropes. Rush beats the leg of Young in the corner, sets up an early attempt at his bullhorn finisher. Young spears Rush. Later in the match, Rush gets Young up into a fireman's carry position before planting him on the mat. Rush hits a standing double stomp on Young. Rush goes for the senton. Young rolls out of the way. Young hits a rolling slam on Rush. Young hits a springboard moonsault on Rush. Young pins Rush for a 2 count. Young hits a neck breaker on Rush. Young pins Rush for another 2 count. Rush briefly locks in a full Nelson before pulling Rush into a knee strike. Rush hits an overhead belly-to-belly suplex on Young, sending him into the corner. Rush connects with a running forearm on Young. Rush hits his bullhorns finisher on Young and pins him for the win. He celebrates as the show comes to a close. And that's your Glory by Honor. MLW finishers, if you didn't know. Can you name them, any of them? At this link. Anyone you recognize there? Wow show this week, episode number 9, at this link. AEW has issued the following statement on Twitter announcing that January 15th taping of the promotion's weekly episodic Dynamite will be taking place from the Watsco Center at the University of Miami in Florida. Tickets are on sale later this month. Company writes, Miami, hashtag AEW Dynamite is coming Wednesday, January 15th. Watsco Center at the University of Miami. Tickets on sale Friday, November 22nd, and start at $20. You can go to AEWTix.com for your full ticket and pricing details. AEW tickets make a great holiday gift, by the way. And I will show you a picture of AEW Wrestling in Miami's advertisement. And they have a comment on and hint, hint, nudge, nudge. AEW tickets make a great holiday gift. Being the Elite backstage at Full Gear episode behind the scenes. NWA Power episode number 6 can be found at this link. AEW Dynamite is coming from Nashville Municipal Auditorium in Nashville, Tennessee. Before the show got the Young Bucks defeating Sean Hart, Lindemann, and T-Hawk in a dark match that is scheduled to stream on next Tuesday's AEW Dark. Spoiler alert, Dustin Rhodes was on as a special guest commentator for the match. Thanks to Ben Turpin, scoop number 1, Excalibur and Dustin Rhodes on commentary for the first Dark match. Action can be found in that link. I think it's just a picture of Dustin Rhodes coming to commentary. At K Martell _ sports, a little at Nick Jackson YB and Matt at Mac Jackson 13 to start hashtag AEW Dark in Nashville. Hashtag AEW Nashville. At this link. Scoop number 3 from at Ben Turpin. The Young Bucks defeated L. Lindemann and Tomahawk TT. At that link. On tonight's AEW Dynamite, Warlord made his debut by helping out AEW World Champion Chris Jericho and MJF take out Cody Rhodes. Warlord beat up Cody and then choked him over the edge of the ring. Kind of like necktie. Over the past couple of months, AEW had teased Warlord is coming. Before that all happened, MJF and Jericho spoke to each other about MJF potentially joining the Inner Circle. By the end of the promo, the two hugged. So it's possible MJF and Wardlow are the newest Inner Circle members. At AE Wrestling, at Wardlow _1 is coming. At this link. At TDE _ Wrestling, at the _ MJF making a statement. Hashtag AEW Dynamite at this link. AEW on TNT. And another comment from All Elite Wrestling at AE Wrestling. Warlord _1 has arrived and aligned himself with the _ MJF at this link. And again, another comment at AEW on TNT. Newest member of the hashtag Inner Circle at the _ MJF at Cody Rhodes has something to say about it. Impact Wrestling spoilers for 11, 12, never mind, are on another video. Miss did that somehow. Speaking of Impact Wrestling, results for this weekend, Nick, they did raise some money to help ODB and her meet and greet business. I did not get the total of both days tapings, but it hasn't been posted yet. Inspire Pro TV from New Orleans, episode number 17. Year-end award started off the program. It was a year-end awards nominees: Fly Deaf, AQA, Fuego del Sol, and more. New Orleans event premiered November 10th, 2019, and can be found in this link. Highlights shown from last Saturday's Full Gear pay-per-view are your AEW results. Tonight's match, Dark Order versus Jurassic Express, Nyla Rose in action, PAC versus Hangman Page, and Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, tag team going against ACU, Becky Kazarian and Shoreville Sky for the tag team titles. And a reappearance from tag team partner coming back from an injury angle. Also, an update on Omega's health. Omega says he's feeling okay. And we see some of the crazy clips from the match. Omega has a scratched up back and a nasty black eye. Omega asks about Moxley's health. Doctor says he was banged up, but he was cleared. Riho and Michael Nakazawa were in the room when he was getting checked out by the doctor. Omega doesn't get cleared to speak. John Moxley hits the ring through the crowd with Michael Nakazawa waiting in the ring. Nakazawa has a bottle of baby oil. He tosses it aside and swings away at Moxley. Who's he thinks he is? Joey Ryan? Moxley with a lariat. Couple of more in the corner. Moxley yells at his opponent. Eats a couple of kicks. Nakazawa charges in and eats a double underhook DDT. Covers for the 3 count. Winner of the match, Moxley. Moxley grabs the mic, looks to the back, and says, "That match counts, right?" Moxley says he's a lot of things, but he's not a liar. He did what he said he would do to Omega, and Omega will never be the same again. He says Omega is a radical son of a bee, and I do respect you. Moxley doesn't think anyone else in the locker room has the stones to step into the ring with him. Moxley said it won't matter because he's going to run through the roster until he's the last man standing. He says if there is anyone who wants to test themselves, they should let Moxley know. He says whoever wants to step up, they better kiss their family goodbye and get an ambulance ready. Moxley heads it back out to the crowd. Dark Order of Evil, Uno, and Grayson versus the Jurassic Express of Jungle Boy and Marco Stunt. Stunt and Uno got things going, but they don't stay in there long after Stunt hits an arm drag. Both Grayson and Jungle Boy go back and forth, with Jungle Boy getting the best of them. Stunt's in, hits a hurricanrana, brings in Jungle Boy back in. Stunt leaps off Jungle Boy's back for a cannonball senton on Grayson's back. Stunt with a double stomp on Grayson's arm. Grayson able to tag in. Uno, who lands a big boot on Stunt. Power slam, Uno up to the top rope. Hits a senton, covers for a 2 count. Stunt back on the apron. Grayson with a big senton as he slingshots over the top rope. Crowd doesn't like Dark Order. Back in the ring, Uno chops Stunt down to the mat. Dark Order really works over Stunt during a commercial break. Stunt swings away, able to counter a pop up into a flatliner. Stunt goes to tag out. Jungle Boy gets to tag off the apron for a moment by Grayson. As they did the commercial on one side and the action on the other side. Smaller screen at first. Grayson gets back to it. Gets a tag. Pops Uno. Then lands a suicide dive out on Grayson. He focuses his attention back to Uno. Penalty kick. Gray tries to break up the pin attempt. Ends up splashing Uno. Jungle Boy with a moonsault. Knee drop. Down on Grayson. Stunt tags in. Step up in security. Stunt with the help of Jungle Boy. Leaps on the top rope. Slips off though. He resets and hits a flipping hurricane on Grayson for a 2 count. Dark Order ends up on the floor. Jungle Boy tries for a suicide dive on both, but gets dropped out on the floor. Back inside the ring. Grayson with a big back breaker on Stunt. Uno then lifts Stunt on his back. They hit the fatality for the 3 count. Winner of the match, Dark Order by pinfall. After the match, Uno gets on the mic. He tells Stunt that he could be a winner, and Uno could give him purpose. All he needs to do is be one of the Dark Order and offers up a mask. He reaches out and Jungle Boy gets in between them, showing off the mask Stunt already has. Uno says he respects that and sends the minions and Grayson after the 2. These were nothing but shadow wrestlers in dark outfits and black masks. Uno then tries to put the mask on Jungle Boy. Out comes Luchasaurus. Some of the minions run out to stop him, and he blasts each of them with 1 shot. He gets in the ring. Uno sends 3 more guys after him. Luchasaurus with a roundhouse kick, taking out all 3 in 1 strike. He then chokeslams Grayson, hits a standing moonsault, and celebrates with his team. Jungle Boy. Uno bailed out of the ring and escaped any harm. Shawn Spears with Tully Blanchard in his corner versus Peter Avalon with Leva Bates in her corner versus Darby Allin. Triple threat. Let's go Darby chant for the crowd as the match gets started. Spears and all in jaw a bit in the ring as he's wearing half makeup and half regular face. Avalon climbs to the top rope for a crossbody, but both guys move out of the way. Avalon gets thrown out of the ring. All in and Spears go at it. All in with a high springboard arm drag on Spears, sending him out of the ring. All in goes goes and Avalon go at it. Avalon sent out a ring. All in heads to the top rope, but Spears sends him crashing to the mat, covers for a 2 count. Spears getting some momentum now. Both Joey Janela runs down, but Joey Janela runs down in the ring and starts beating up Spears. Janela screams into the camera. Spears tries to attack him, and there's no disqualification in a triple threat match, but the two end up going out into the crowd and look to be out of the match. Avalon charges in, eats a back elbow by Allen. While on the apron, Allen avoids Bates' clothesline from the outside at his feet. Back in the ring, up and over, stunner on Avalon. Allen hits coffin drop for the 3 count. Winner of the match, Darby Allin. After the match, Allen gets on the mic. John Moxley, I accept. Looks like Moxley has found his next challenger. Crowd chants Darby. Nyla Rose versus Danny Jordan. Your women's match of the night. If you want to call it a woman. Nyla Rose is mixed gender. Rose immediately clobbers away on Jordan. Rose goes for the big boot, misses the first. Lands the second really hard. Rose goes for the choke slam. Jordan with a slap to the face. Rose with a lariat, then sends her into the corner. Splash in the corner, Samoan drop. Sit down powerbomb, cover, and we're done. I think the match only took like 3 minutes. If that. Clip showed of Jake Hager attacking Dustin Rhodes a couple of weeks ago. Rose still has 3 to 4 weeks before he can return to the ring. Well, he returned at ringside in your dark match for next week as an announcer. Dynamite Dozen Battle Royal was next. The final 2 men in the match will meet in singles competition next week to obtain some kind of diamond ring. Tony Schiavone talks about Allie, who says she feels like she's been doing well on AEW Dark and wants to show that what she can do on Dynamite. Lights are acting weird and then suddenly go out. Also, Kong and Brandy Rhodes are on the stage when the lights go up. The two make their way towards Allie, who just swings away at Kong one time. Kong with a chop and a spinning back fist on Allie. She launches Allie on the metal ramp. Brandy then gets out the same knife that we've seen before. It's a crooked, kind of like pirate knife. More like a sickle. Even the announcer said it was a sickle. Kong uses it to cut off a lock of Allie's hair. AEW World Champion Chris Jericho hits in the ring. Jericho says going to be a double champion by the end of the night, further prove why he's the best champion of all time. Jericho said wants a thank you chant from AEW roster and employees. Jericho says he's beaten everyone that's been put in front of him, even Cody. Jericho says Cody isn't as good as he thinks he is and is an entitled millennial son of a bee. Cody's music hits, out comes MJF instead. He gets in the ring with Jericho. A-hole champ breaks out for the crowd. Plenty of boos for MJF. MJF says he hadn't thrown in a towel on Cody. If he hadn't thrown in a towel on Cody, his career would have been over. MJF says he's not the villain. Cody is the villain. Cody couldn't give any less of a crap about anyone of them. The real Cody only cares about himself, MJF says. He continues the real Cody is a user and just saw a young MJF as one of his puppets. I never gave a dang about him. MJF says Cody didn't want to put him under his wing. It was under his thumb. MJF says he is the new face of AEW because Cody Rhodes, I'm better than you, and you know it. MJF then talks to Jericho, says if he had a Mount Rushmore, Jericho would be like 3rd or 4th. MJF says he heard from a little birdie that Jericho wanted him in the inner circle. Jericho says he heard MJF wants to join the group. MJF isn't so sure. He wants to join the circle jerk and doesn't think he needs the group. Jericho says MJF, it almost seems like MJF wants to be a bit like Jericho. 3-letter names. They both like scars. They go back and forth about MJF joining the group. They both start saying they know who the biggest jackass in AEW is, and they both say Cody Rhodes. And they hug and laugh. Cody then comes out and stares at both guys. Cody then takes on both guys. putting them both down. Wardlow then makes his debut and takes out Cody. He beats up Cody some more and then chokes Cody over the edge of the ring. Referees and others finally come out to the ring to help Rhodes out for the escape. Another of the Young Bucks and some other guys. PAC versus Hangman Adam Page. PAC already in the ring. Page on his way. As we come back from a break, action is off to a quick start. PAC ends up getting the best of Page. Looks for a black arrow, but ends up landing on his feet. Page sends PAC to the floor. Suicide dive by Page. Brings Pac back in. Powerbomb on Pac. Covers for a 2 count. Pac then ends up on the top rope. Page follows, but gets knocked off. PAC with a shotgun drop kick. Pac goes to the top again. Missile drop kick to Page's back. Pin for a 2 count. Page then drops Pac down on the apron. Hits a big moonsault off the top turnbuckle down to the floor. Back in the ring, the two wrestlers go back and forth. Page with a super kick that sends Pac out to the floor. Crowd with this is awesome chant. Page with a brain buster out on the floor. Throws Pac in the ring. Hits a buckshot lariat. Covers for a 2 count. Pac then beats up Page a ton. Kicks him in the back of the head over and over. The referee tries to back Pac up to check on Page. Pac then hits a black arrow on Page's back. Pac then locks in a brutalizer and the referee calls for the bell. Winner by submission, Pac. Backstage, Young Bucks are battling Santana or Ortiz. Matt puts Ortiz to a table. Santana then climbs up on top of the forklift, hits a crossbody on both Young Bucks. Nick and Santana keep battling though. Santana throws Nick into a bathroom door that swings open and Orange Cassidy is just standing there. Santana slowly closes the door and eats a super kick by Matt. It's a good commercial break. The two teams battle their way to ringside before enough security the referees can keep them separated. Young Bucks then super kick some of the security and go after Santana and Ortiz again, but end up taking some shots from that loaded shot. Ortiz then holds Nick's leg up and Santana swings away on it over and over. Then they focus on Matt. He sprays a white circle on the floor of the stage, similar to NWO, like a target, and then double power bomb Matt right to it. Brandon Cutler comes out, tries to get them to stop. Santana and Ortiz act like they are going to stop, but come over and swing away on him. Private Party now comes out from nowhere and shoves them away. Security has to separate all the teams as Matt and Nick are helped to the back. Next week is advertised John Moxley versus Darby Allin, Private Party versus Santana Ortiz, and the Dynamite Dozen Battle Royal. So that Battle Royal is advertised for next week. Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara with Jake Hager in the corner versus SCU, all three members. World Tag Team Championship. Commentary noted that it's the first time Jericho and Kazarian have ever met in the ring as the two start things off. Back and forth attacks from both wrestlers. Sky and Guevara tag in. Sky plants Guevara, covers for 1 count. Kazarian gets involved. Eats some chops. Guevara eats a kick to the face. German suplex and Jericho comes in, but doesn't fare much better. Guevara hits a standing Spanish fly. Goes for a shooting star press off to the top rope. Misses. He could have tagged out, but stayed in the match and gets beat up some more by Sky. Hanging neck breaker, covers for a 2 count. Rising knee strike, kick to the face, slingshot cutter, covers for a 2 count. Sky then locks in a dragon sleeper, but Jericho slaps Sky right into the face to break that up. Kazarian hits a leg guillotine on Jericho. Referee is distracted as Hager pulls Kazarian out of the ring, hits him with a lariat. Daniels with a suicide dive, but Hager sort of catches him and throws Daniels into the barricade. Back in the ring, Sky avoids a 3 count, hits a double stomp to Jericho's back. TKO covers for a 2 count. Jericho tries for a drop kick, nobody home. Sky hits in the second rope. Elbow drop misses. Jericho tries for the lion salt, knees up. Sky looks for the slingshot cutter. Jericho shoves him away. Sky leaps off the second rope, but he's a code breaker. Covers for a 2 count. Jericho picks Sky up. The inside cradle by Sky for the 3 count. And Jericho's first loss in AEW. Winners of the match and retaining the World Tag Team titles, SCU. After the match, Jericho can't believe it. He starts throwing stuff all over the place at ringside. Bangs a chair up against the ring post as the show closes. After AEW Dynamite, AEW Women's World Champion Riho and Britt Baker defeated Big Swole and Chris Statlander. And actually can be found in this link thanks to Ben Turpin. Scoop number 5, Baker Riho defeated Statlander and Swole. Also, Best Friends with Orange Cassidy defeated Private Party. Thanks to Ben Turpin. At this link, Scoop number 7, Best Friends defeated Private Party in the final match of the evening. Good night from Nashville. See y'all again really soon. As though the Young Bucks beat Strong Hearts, Lindemann, and T-Hawk in the pre-show dark match. Dustin Rhodes is special guest the commentator for next week's AEW Dark. 2 matches were held before last night NXT tapings at the NXT Arena. First match saw Dexter Lumis defeat Daniel Vito, or Vita, how you pronounce his name. And the second match saw Chelsea Green defeat Catalina Garcia. That's Carolina from Raw. The Garcia was not wearing the mask this time, as that she used in her recent Raw matches with Sin Cara, the 2 times that she was wrestling. Also, Mia Yim was also busted open during her brutal ladder match main event with Io Shirai on last night's NXT on Wednesday's NXT episode. Yim lost the match due to the interference from NXT UK Women's Champion Kaylee Ray, who was revealed to be the final member of Team Baszler for War Games. As seen at this link, Yim received a standing ovation after NXT went off the air and was met by boyfriend Keith Lee on stage. Thanks to Tom Stoop, ovation for Mia Yim on her way out, as she met by a certain someone on stage. At PW Torch, hashtag WWE NXT, hashtag PWTT, all next. And go to that link. Jordan Miles has deleted his at GoGo Miles Twitter account associated with WWE. The formerly known as ACH noted on Twitter, Miles posted an expletive-filled rant on Wednesday and claimed that he quit WWE because he doesn't want to work for racists. Miles said he no longer wants to be called by that name, which he called a slave name, as he wants to be called Super ACH once again. No word yet on if WWE will be granting Miles' release, but stay tuned for update. Live from the NXT Arena, Full Sail University, Winter Park, Florida. Mauro Ronaldo welcomes us to the show. They joined in by Nigel McGuinness and Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix. Cruiserweight title match was up first. Angel Garza versus Rita Leo Rush. We'll go right to the ring, and out first comes challenger Angel Garza. Garza greets ladies at ringside. NXT Cruiserweight Champion Leo Rush was out next. Rush greets his wife and kids and other family members in the front row. We get formal ring introductions from Alicia Taylor as Rush and Garza face off in the middle of the ring. Garza offers a handshake, but Rush has words for him. They go at it to start. Garza plays some mind games and offers the handshake again. Rush wants to fight. Garza goes to ringside, hops the barrier and rips off his pants in front of Rush's family. Rush goes out and walks Garza into the barrier with a suicide dive. Rush brawls and brings him back in the ring with a DDT for a close 2 count. Rush with a big kick while Garza is on his knees. Garza ducks the kick and avoids the come up. Rush sends Garza to the floor, hits a wrecking ball drop kick. Rush runs the ropes again and goes for another dive, but Garza catches him in midair with a power slam on the floor. We got a commercial with Garza standing tall on the floor. Back to the right, Rush goes for the springboard back elbow, but Garza kicks out too. Garza fights up from his knees with a big shot. Rush goes for a kick, but it's blocked. Garza with his big knee, wing clipper spot. Rush with a big slap to the face and a bicycle kick. Garza comes back with a big drop kick to the back for a close 2 count. Garza can't believe it. Garza misses a moonsault. Rush goes on and hits a swinging neck breaker, but Garza still kicks out. Fan check NXT now. Rush goes to the top, but Garza crosses him. Garza climbs up and hits a huge super moonsault power slam, but Rush still kicks out. Fan check, holy crap. And this is awesome now. Garza stomps away and pounds Rush while he's down. Rush comes back with a Rush hour. In the middle of the ring, Rush with a spinning heel kick to the face. Rush springboards back into a center and holds it. He rocks Garza and goes for another come up, but Garza grabs him and drops him with a wing clipper. Rush kicks out, and no one can believe it. Fan check NXT again. Garza goes for a super wing clipper from the corner. Rush fights out up top and hits some headbutts. Garza fires back with headbutts, and they unload on each other. Rush brings Garza to the mat with a hurricanrana. Rush goes up top and hits the final hour for another close 2 count. Fans do dueling chants now. Rush goes to the top and hits another final hour, and this time covers for the pin to retain. After the match, Garza immediately sits up and can't believe it. Rush takes the title and makes his exit as his music hits. Go to replays, Rush standing tall and raises his title on the stage. Camera cuts outside to the backstage area. We see Tegan Knox down, being checked on by officials. Rhea Ripley is also down, and she's laid out as we go to commercial. Back to the break, Beth sends us to a video package on how NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler has left the path of destruction on her way to Survivor Series. The announcers hype tonight's ladder match between Io Shirai and Mia Yim. Well, we get Xia Li versus Aliyah. We go to the ring. First comes Xia Li for the next match. Aliyah was out next with Vanessa Bourne at her side. A rematch from 2 months ago. The bell rings and he tackle before Aliyah comes. The slams Lee down by her hair. Lee comes back and powers up, but Aliyah fights out. Lee with a series of quick punches. Bourne tries to help from ringside, but it backfires. Lee backs Aliyah back into the ropes, but Aliyah drops her over the top. Aliyah with a Northern Light suplex for a 2 count. Aliyah with kick to the back now. Aliyah with more offense and trash talk. Lee fights back and kicks Aliyah to the mat with a big shot to the gut. Lee with a cartwheel forearm in the corner. Lee springboard to the top, comes back down with a double axe handle to the back. More back and forth now. Aliyah ducks a move, but gets dropped in a big roundhouse kick for a pin out of nowhere. Winner of the match is Xia Li. After the match, Lee stands tall as Bourne enters the ring to check on her. A WWE doctor also enters the ring to tend to Aliyah. The announcers play up how tough Lee's kicks are as we see blood coming out of Aliyah's nose. And she's got a busted nose, as you'll hear in the injury report at the end of the video. Nigel then leads us to a video package on Killian Dane versus Pete Dunne. We see Dane backstage warming up for the match still to come tonight. Back to commercial. Back from the break, out comes Finn Balor to a pop. Balor plays the cool heel as he marches to the ring, posing for the camera, pointing his guns twice. I think my guns are bigger than his. Music stops and Balor takes the mic to a mixed reaction. Balor says, "This is it. This is NXT now. What happened to this place? What happened to this business? This business he loved. He used to be proud of this place, but now it's a joke." Balor says Johnny Gargano was the heart of NXT. He was all the hype was for. What was all the hype for? Balor says he built this place, but then a bunch of little boys moved in, all crying on social media and looking for sympathy from everyone when they get hurt. Balor says, don't get him started on Matt Riddle, who got dropped last week and hasn't been seen since. On the invasion, yeah, you have seen him. Balor says he's begging for someone to step in the ring with him. Riddle suddenly enters the ring and attacks Balor. Riddle unloads on Balor as fans chant, "Bro!" now. Balor fights out of the corner, takes the ball to the floor. They go into the barrier. Riddle kicks Balor over it into the crowd. Balor retreats as Riddle takes the mic and taunts him for running. Riddle calls Balor a little putz and says he's right here. The music hits. Out comes Undisputed Era NXT Champion Adam Cole, North American Champion Roger Strong, NXT Tag Team Champions Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. All focus as they surround the ring as Riddle stands in the center. Balor looks on near from the stage. Cole warns Riddle as the Undisputed Era goes to the center of the ring. But the music hits. Out comes Tommaso Ciampa with Keith Lee. They join Riddle in the ring. Cole asks them if they're stupid and saw what happened on SmackDown and Raw. Cole goes on about how they're the most dominant force in all of WWE. Lee doesn't give a dang. He invites them in the ring for a fight. Then goes on about how the Undisputed Era stood toe-to-toe with the main roster of superstars. But will Cole face off with him now? Strong yells at Lee and defends Cole, calling Lee an idiot and a big dummy. Who's he think he is? Eli Drake? Fans boo as Strong goes on about Cole deserving a night off. Strong volunteers to fight, and Lee says he's not that picky. Fans start chanting for Lee as the two sides face off. Several referees run down and get in between the two teams. Lee and Strong get ready for the match. Roderick is distracted by his partners heading to the back, allowing Keith Lee to yank him over the top rope. To the mat, Strong hits it back to the floor to regroup as we go to commercial. Back to the break for this non-title match. Lee catches Strong and drops him from up high to the mat. Lee puts a boot on Strong for a quick cover. Lee keeps Strong down and then works him over in the corners. Strong fights out of the corner, but Lee rocks him to the mat. Lee with a big chop to the chest. Strong with a boot to the face. Strong goes to the second rope, but Lee catches him in midair. Strong fights out with elbows, but Lee powers up with a big body slam. Lee gets a 2 count. Lee keeps Strong down and punishes him. Strong with a boot to the face. Strong with more strikes to break down to his knees. Break Lee down to his knees. Strong with a shoulder block, but Lee is still up on his knees. Fourth shoulder knocks Lee over, but he's still coming back for more. Strong keeps the strikes coming, but Lee holds up and smiles. Lee catches Strong, but Strong slides out and unloads with chops. Strong charges, but Lee knocks him out of the air with a big chop. Lee goes to bring Strong in from the apron, but Strong crushes him on the middle rope and knocks him down with a shot to the head. Strong regroups on the floor for a breather and go to commercial. Back to the break, they trade big shots in the middle of the ring. Strong drop kicks Lee to the floor. Strong leaps off the apron, but Lee catches him in midair. Strong fights free, and they trade shots on the floor as the referee counts. Lee sends Strong into the apron and presses him into the ring. Strong comes right back with a drop kick through the ropes and another as Lee goes back down. Referee counts again. Lee sends Strong back into the barrier. Lee rolls back in. Strong follows. Strong with a big forearm chop and more strikes in the middle of the ring. Strong with a running kick to the face for a 2 count. Strong keeps Lee grounded. Lee fights up to his feet. Strong on his back, but Strong with a cheap shot, then a chop block to the knee. Strong with more strikes and trash talking. Lee takes the strikes and starts to hulk up again. Unloads on Strong with big strikes of his own. In the corner splash, Lee launches Strong across the ring. Lee keeps control and runs wild on Strong for a 2 count. Lee scoots Strong, but Strong fights off of his shoulders. More back and forth with Lee with a backbreaker over the knee for a 2 count. Lee goes up top and brings Strong. Strong fights free, but Lee shoves him away. Strong climbs back up for a superplex, but Lee shoves him down again. Strong with an insecurity. Strong climbs back up once again. Up to the very top. Now, Lee shoves Strong back down. Strong with an knee to the head. Strong climbs back up and hits a big superplex. Strong covers for a 2 count. Strong tries for a sprint. A strong hold now, but Lee resists and sends him flying. Lee fights back as they trade strikes in the middle of the ring. Lee runs into a boot and an insecurity. Strong with a series of running forearms, but Lee cuts him off with a big clothesline, and they both go down. Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly come back down the ramp, but Tommaso Ciampa attacks him. Ciampa runs over Riley, but Cole drops him with a super kick. Matt Riddle is also out, taking down Fish and leaping off the steps to take him down. Finn Balor comes down from nowhere with a sling blade and double stomp on Riddle. Balor with a drop kick into the steel ring steps to Riddle. Lee watches as Balor backs up the ramp, staring at Riddle. Strong takes advantage and hits a jumping knee. Then the body slam for a 2 count. Strong lands a senton, but Lee lifts him up for a big jackhammer slam. Lee holds it and covers for the non-title win. 3 count. After the bell, Undisputed Era attacks Lee, but Ciampa makes a save. Undisputed Era gets the upper hand now. Dominic Dijakovic comes down and starts dropping bodies. Dijakovic with a super kick to Cole and a double choke slam to the tag team champions. Dijakovic keeps fighting and taking Cole out again. Fan chant "Feast Your Eyes" as Dijakovic stands tall. Fan chant "War Games" as Dijakovic approaches Ciampa in the corner. They shake hands. He turns to leave and runs into Lee. They face off in the middle of the ring. Fan chant "Hug It Out." But they shake hands. Ciampa is all for it. But Ciampa, Lee, and Dijakovic stand tall in the ring together as the Undisputed Era watches from the stage as we go to commercial. Back from the break, announcers are talking. When we cut backstage, Marina Shafir, Jasmine Duke, and Candice LeRae are all laid out in the backstage area now. Triple H orders security to tighten up and get to the bottom of what's happening. Isaiah Swerve Scott versus Bronson Reed. We go to the ring. Out first comes Isaiah Swerve Scott. Bronson Reed is out next. Back and forth start the match as they tangle. Reed drops Scott, but he keeps up. They tangle some more, and Reed takes it to the corner, but misses as he charges in. Scott with a missile drop kick, but Reed comes right back and runs right over him. Reed with a headbutt, then another. Reed keeps control, working Scott around the ring. Reed drops Scott with another headbutt. Scott fights Reed off and chops him. Reed catches Scott with a headlock to stop the offense. Scott whips Reed and drops down, but Reed just sits on his back, keeping him from going anywhere. Reed with a bonsai drop and more offense to keep Scott down. Reed lifts Scott and launches him over the top rope, out to the floor. Reed follows and chops Scott against the barrier. Scott slides out of a hole and sends Reed shoulder first into the ring post. We go to commercial. More back and forth after the match has started. Scott drops Reed. Scott keeps control and catches Reed with a flat ladder for a 2 count. Scott keeps fighting, but Reed takes the shots and comes right back with a clothesline. And then a senton. Reed then drags Scott over to the corner and goes to the top, but Scott jumps up and kicks him. Scott climbs up and keeps fighting. Reed fights back while Scott is up on the top with him. Reed goes for the super tombstone pile driver, but Scott slides to his feet and brings Reed to the mat with a big DDT for a 2 count. Scott works over Reed to keep him down, focusing on the left arm. Reed throws Scott to the mat. Scott with a running back elbow into the corner. Scott keeps control, but Reed catches him in a sit down spine buster. Reed Moraby driver for a 2 count. More back and forth. Reed can't hit a power bomb, and Scott unloads with strikes. Reed drops down, but Scott moves as he lands hard. Scott with a house call for the pin and the win. After the match, Scott recovers as his music hits. We go to replays. Reed and Scott meet in the middle of the ring and shake hands. So to come, a women's ladder match with the War Games implications. Kathy Kelly is near the stage. She says both locker rooms are on the edge because of the mystery attacks tonight. She has breaking news from the office of NXT General Manager William Regal. Matt Riddle versus Finn Balor will take place at War Games, but Riddle will be replaced by Dominic Dijakovic in the War Games match itself. No word yet on who the final Team Ciampa member will be. Now, as we go back to commercial. Back from the break, we get a quick video on the Forgotten Sons. Pete Dunne versus Killian Dane was up next. Go out to the ring. Out first comes Pete Dunne. Dane was out next. Dane suddenly attacked from behind on the stage by Damian Priest. Priest stomps on Dane as Dunne watches from the ring. Dunne exits the ring and brawls with Priest at ringside. Dane joins the fight as all 3 superstars brawl at ringside now. Looks like we got triple threat now. Security runs down to break up the fight as the fans move. Dane and Dunne fight security off, as does Priest. Dane rolls Dunne into the ring. Priest slams Dane into the steel steps. Priest takes out Dane and then sends him to the floor. Priest takes out Dunne next and then sends him over the top with a crucifix bomb, taking out a group of security and Dane at ringside. Dane and Dunne start brawling at ringside again. Priest runs the ropes and leaps over the top, taking Dane and Dunne down. Priest stands tall as fans chant his name as a gun replays. Priest then heads to the stage and looks back at the carnage as his music hits. Kelly backstage with Mia Yim. She isn't worried about the Raw or SmackDown superstars attacking her because NXT is the main roster. She goes on and someone knocks on the door. Dakota Kai walks in and makes it clear there are no hard feelings over Yim being picked for Team Ripley. Kai says if anything goes down tonight, she has Yim's back. Kai walks off as we go to commercial. Back to the break, the announcers wonder who the final member of Team Ciampa will be. Next week's show will feature Dominic Dijakovic versus Adam Cole in a non-title match to determine the advantage in the men's War Games match. Ladder match, Mia Yim versus Io Shirai. We go to the ring for tonight's ladder match main event, women's main event. As Mia Yim comes out first, winner will earn the order of entry advantage for her War Games team. Io Shirai is out next as we see a NXT briefcase hanging high above the ring. Bell rings and they go at it. Shirai drops Yim and gets to the ladder, but Yim stops her. Shirai sends Yim out to the floor, and then nails a suicide dive. Shirai grabs the ladder at ringside, and Yim decks her, sends her into the apron. Yim brings the ladder into the ring, but Shirai drives it into her face. Yim pulls Shirai to the floor and slams her face first onto the ladder that is on the floor. Yim returns to the ring and grabs the other ladder, but Shirai attacks from behind and tosses her to the floor. Yim stops Shirai from standing the ladder up. Yim uses the tug of war to drive Shirai into the middle rope. The ladder is now bridged from the apron to the barrier. Shirai ducks a shot into the ladder and kicks it into Yim's face. Shirai laughs as she returns to the ring. Yim uses the ladder on Shirai's hand and she sells the injury as the referee checks on her. Yim returns to the ring and kicks Shirai in the face. Seeing her out of the ring, Shirai pulls Yim to the floor on her face. Shirai charges with her ladder, but Yim moves. Yim with chops to Shirai. Shirai fights back and sends Yim into the barrier. Shirai beats Yim down on the floor and kicks her back. Shirai goes for the ladder from the floor, but Yim stops her once again. Yim returns to the ring and grabs the ladder, but Shirai stops her. They struggle for the ladder again. Yim twists Shirai to the mat. Shirai blocks a suplex attempt. Yim keeps fighting and also blocks a suplex. They keep fighting and Yim drops Shirai on the top of the ladder with a suplex. We go to commercial. Back from the break, Shirai unloads with strikes in the middle of the ring. Shirai drops Yim with an uppercut. We see a ladder leaning in the corner now. Shirai keeps control and drops Yim with a big flapjack in the middle of the ring. Shirai goes for the ladder, but Yim stops her. More back and forth. Shirai charges, but Yim launches her onto the ladder in the corner with a big belly-to-belly suplex out of nowhere. Fans pop, and officials check on Shirai. Yim stands up the ladder in the middle of the ring. She starts to climb, but Shirai grabs her leg. Yim kicks away and comes off the ladder to deliver kicks. Yim goes for the arm, but Shirai shoves her into the ladder, and it falls over. Shirai grabs the ladder and places Yim in between the rungs, slamming the top of the rung into her back. Shirai goes under the ring for another ladder. That works. Fans pop and she brings it into the ring. Shirai stops on Yim and kicks the broken ladder out of the ring. Shirai stands the ladder up, but Yim drops her. Yim goes for the ladder herself, but Shirai springboards in with a missile drop kick, sending the ladder into her face. Yim is busted open. Bleeding heavily, the referees put gloves on and check Yim out as we get a replay of the drop kick. Shirai tries to stand the ladder up with her one good hand. Shirai goes to the climb while Yim is being tended to. Officials check on Shirai now, but she climbs. Yim comes up out of nowhere and knocks Shirai off. She climbs, but Shirai brings her back to the mat with a big German from the ladder. Shirai snaps and knocks the ladder over. Shirai with a running double knees into the corner to Yim's face. Fan chant for Yim as she fights back and knocks Shirai from the top. Yim climbs up for a superplex, but Shirai headbutts her, sending her out to the floor. Dakota Kai comes walking down to check on Yim at ringside. Kai then helps Yim up, but Shirai flies out with a moonsault, taking them both down. Shirai returns to the ring and positions the ladder under the briefcase. Shirai climbs, but Kai comes in and stops her, slamming her to the mat. Kai goes back out and brings Yim in the ring, telling her to climb. Fan chant for Yim. NXT UK Women's Champion Kaylee Ray runs down and sends Kai into the steel steps. She enters the ring and pushes the ladder over, causing Yim to take a nasty fall at ringside. Ray helps Shirai up the ladder and stands guard as she retrieves the briefcase for the win and War Games advantage. After the match, Shirai stands tall on the ladder with the briefcase. As the music hits, Ray stands guard. We go to replays as officials tend to Yim at ringside. We see how Yim crashed through the other ladder at ringside. Team Baszler has the advantage in War Games now. Bianca Belair is in the ring, standing with the ladder as Shirai stands tall with the briefcase. Up top, Ray is still standing with the ladder. Music hits, out comes NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler now. She waves at Ray and applauds him. It looks like Ray is on Team Baszler. SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley runs down and nails Baszler in the back with a steel chair shot. And Bayley drops Baszler on her face on the stage. Some sort of Russian leg sweep type thing. Belair, Shirai, and Ray chase Bayley off as NXT goes off the air. AEW Dynamite has topped the NXT in viewership for the 7th week in a row. Not by much, though. Wednesday's full post-gear edition of AEW Dynamite on TNT drew 957,000 viewers, while NXT only drew 750,000 viewers on the USA Network, according to Showbuzz Daily. Despite both shows being neck and neck last week, Dynamite outscored NXT by 27.6% this week. AEW ranked number 5 in the cable top 150 for 18 to 49 demo while NXT ranked number 22. AEW ranked number 37 in total viewership, while NXT ranked number 41 in viewership. Last week's Dynamite episode drew 822,000 viewers and ranked number 8 on the top cable top 150, and number 31 in viewership. Last week's NXT episode drew 813,000 viewers and ranked number 12 in the top cable 150, and number 32 in viewership. AEW drew .43 rating in the 18 to 49 demographic, topping NXT's .25 rating in the same demo by 72%. Last week's AEW episode drew a .35 in the demographic, while NXT drew .30. That was close. NBA game between the Warriors and the Lakers on ESPN topped the night in the 18 to 49 demographic at number 1 with a .886 rating, but just 1.992 million viewers. Hannity on Fox News topped the night on cable and viewership with 4.426 million viewers, but ranked number 11 on top cable 150 with a .32 rating in the 18 to 49 demographic. Country Music Awards on ABC at 8 p.m. topped the night in viewership on network TV with whopping 11.27 million viewers. That's probably 11,270,000. The awards also topped the night on network TV in the 18 to 49 demographic with 2.0 rating. Comparing this week's pro wrestling viewership, looks like so far. Monday's taped WWE Raw on USA Network drew an average of 2.058 million viewers, down from last week's 2.136 million viewers, the lowest non-holiday viewership in Raw history. While was number 10 for the night viewership on cable, number 4 in the 18 to 49 demographic on cable top 150 for the third week in a row, average of .64 cable rating. Tuesday's Total Divas episode drew 258,000, up from last week's 191,000, which is the lowest viewership in the history of the show. Total Divas ranked number 58, top cable 150. .13 cable rating in the 18 to 49 demo. Backstage episode of FS1 drew 100,000 viewers in the 11 p.m. hour, up from last week's 49,000 viewers for the official premiere. The show did not make the cable top 150 again this week. No rating is available because of that. But CM Punk did make his debut at the end of the show. Wednesday's Full Gear edition of AEW Dynamite drew 957,000 viewers, up from last week's 822,000. Dynamite was number 37 for the night in viewership on cable, number 5, and 18 to 49 demographic. With a .43 cable rating, Wednesday's NXT episode on the USA Network drew 750,000 viewers, down from last week's 813,000. NXT ranked 41 in the night viewership cable, number 22 on the cable, top 150 with .25 rating in the 18 to 49 graphic. Latest NXT injury report with Matt Kemp can be found in this link, featuring updates on NXT superstars from this week's episode. Mia Yim suffered a nasal fracture, busted nose, during her ladder match loss to Io Shirai after Shirai drop kicked the ladder into her face. The injury will be examined by plastic surgeon. Yim also suffered what were believed to be rib fractures due to the big fall she took at the end of the match. Champ claimed that she was sent to the emergency room for x-rays, and based on current information, Yim's status is day-to-day. Aaliyah suffered a nasal fracture, possible orbital bone fracture, after taking the roundhouse kick to the face during the loss of Xia Li. She is not currently medically cleared to compete. Aaliyah was busted open, and you can see at this link, after taking a kick to the face from Xia Li during their match on NXT episode, which Lee won. Aaliyah confirmed to a fan on Twitter that she did break her nose, and you can clearly see it was busted big time, as a post-show photo was posted. Camp said that there were no status updates on superstars who SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley laid out backstage during the show. Candice LeRae, Tegan Knox, Rhea Ripley, Marina Shafir, and Jasmine Duke. Regarding Johnny Gargano, Camp said it's being confirmed that Gargano is dealing with a cervical strain, a neck injury. Gargano is not currently medically cleared to compete, and Camp said they won't know when he will be back. Also noted earlier this week, reported on backstage, Gargano won't be medically cleared to compete at TakeOver War Games 2019 due to his neck injury, which they are blaming on Finn Balor's attack from 3 weeks ago. It was reported back in August that Gargano has also been dealing with a knee injury this year. Triple H addressed Gargano's status in early August and confirmed an injury, but didn't give specifics, and indicated Gargano would be back soon, as they were keeping him out of the ring as a precautionary measure, at least for the most part. And that concludes my video for this week. Peace out and see you all again. If you don't know, just comment, brothers and sisters.